Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kairetu Gashosho, also known as Penina, and I'm so happy for your time. I want to tell you about the new things that you should be expecting on my channel. You will be seeing more of career videos. So if you want to do Ausbildung, if you want to study, if you're working here is the best channel. Stick here. If you're still in Kenya or anywhere and you want to come to Germany, maybe to study or to do Ausbildung or to work, I'll keep you posted. And also you'll be seeing sometimes a bit of my family vlogs, but more of career, more of schooling, working here in Germany. So the first video today is about learning German. And since last year on September, my friend and I, we decided to open an online school whereby we teach German, and I have interacted with so many students, some of them who are willing to learn German, others are learning German, and they have so many questions that they ask themselves. So I want to answer to tell you things that you should know before starting to learn German language. Learning German language is very expensive. Now I'm going straight to the point about things to consider. Point number one, ask yourself, why am I learning the German language? Do I need it for work, for school, for family reunion? Do I need it for only traveling purposes? Maybe you are coming here to visit. If you know the answer, then you will know which kind of level is needed, because we have so many levels. We have A1 until C2. So you have to know which kind of level is needed for you. The other thing is you need to know, when are you doing this thing that you are planning to do? Maybe you are planning to come in Germany to study, maybe in October, and you want to do your exam in January. I would advise you to wait, because the certificate expires in 6 months. This means you have to plan the exam dates on time, or so that your certificate stay valid. There's a trick I learned from my student that if you are, for example, doing B1 or B2 exam, you can just do it in parts. Maybe you can consider doing some 2 parts now, and then when you are almost have your appointment at the embassy, you do the other parts, so that your certificate is still valid. So those are things to consider. The other thing is about the visa. Know which kind of visa you need. If you coming here, for example, through au pair, know that having an appointment, getting an appointment is very difficult. If you are coming here maybe only for visiting purposes, know where and when to book the appointment, so that you can, all these things can align with your language learning plan. And the other thing also about the appointment is know that there are some delays. So plan in advance, plan things in advance that will not affect your school or your certificate. Where do you want to learn the language? Now the question about the school. This is very important, because so many people are torn between physical and online classes. Some people think, okay, if I do online, I don't think I'll understand anything, and therefore they consider to go to physical school. Others are, I don't have time, I don't have the fare, I don't want to move away from home, so I better do the online courses. Know when and where you want to do your German language course. At the end of it all, there are so many schools, online schools, there are so many physical schools, but at the end of it, you have to do the German the exam at the Goethe Institute, so you have to be present there. So check out also about the exam dates, because these exams are mostly, they are fully booked, so you have to book them in advance. You have to book exam in advance. I mean, they always have a registration time, so make sure if the registration is starting now, register yourself the date the registration is starting, because they say, oh, registration is starting from 3rd February until 20th February. By the time you go to book your exam, is fully booked. So make sure you know when the exam date is, so that you can know, when do I want to start the school? When do I want to start the school, so that you are done with your course and you can do the exam. That's about now the language school. Let's go to the next point. Finances. Do you have enough money to pay for the language? Because language is very expensive, and it needs you to plan for it. So for example, if you're working, you need to know, okay, I'm earning this, I need to pay this. Or if you are a student, you need to ask your guardian about the fee. Another thing you need to consider about money is the issue of, do I need to buy books? Do I have the gadget needed? Do I have fare to go there and come back? Also, do I have money to pay for the exam? Because the exam fee is about 20K and above. So you must consider this as an expensive, something which is expensive, and you need to plan in advance. Do you only need one level? How much is it costing? There are so many schools in the market. Check out which school fits which your pocket. So the other thing about finances is the money you'll spend on visa, that is if you want to travel, the money you'll pay your agency if you are coming through an agency, air ticket. All these things are financial things that you need to consider. The next point is about time. Do you have enough time to invest on learning language? Because you need time. If you're working, you need to plan your timetable well, because if the 1 or 2 hours which you learn at school are not enough for you to pass exams, so you need to invest time on that. So make sure you plan your time well even before you start going to school. Or do you have, is your work manageable? Can you work and study? Do you have a flexible work? That's what you need to consider. What time are the classes being offered? That one you need even to consider. The next one is about documents. Which documents do you need to maybe to study German? Not necessarily, but which documents do you need for your process? If your papers, if your certificates are not yet out, how long will they need to come out before you start the whole process? Ask yourself that. Do you have a passport? If not, then start by doing that. That is if you plan to travel. Another thing is, I have seen so many students also who are studying. They're studying something and they're planning to come here. So they are like, yeah, I have an agency I'm working with, and I'm still studying. Ask yourself, is it worth for you to cut your studies short, or to leave your work and study German? Is it worth it? This is a question you have to ask yourself. Or do I finish first of all my degree before I start now doing the language? Ask yourself this, because sometimes it's not worth. Sometimes I'll meet some students who are almost finishing and they want now to leave everything just because they want to come here. And sometimes, of course, they have varied points. You have to ask yourself, is it worth it? Do I leave my work? Do I leave my studies for this? Is it worth it? Ask yourself this, or discuss it with people who are your family members or people who you want to work with. Then the last thing is, believe in yourself. It's possible for you to learn German. We did it. We are here, so it's possible for you. Nobody should tell you, oh, you had a D or you had an E, you cannot get this, or you didn't finish Form 4. I know so many people who never even went to high school and they can speak good German just because they put in the work. So believe yourself, put in the work and start doing it now. Stop postponing it. I'll start next year. If you have your plans well, if you have a good maybe agency you are working with, if you wanted really to do this, start now. Just do it and everything will work. So now about Tujijenge. Tujijenge German Institute is an online school, as I have said before. We have ECOS, we have ASFI, we have B1 und B2. We also do exam prep courses. We also do kids courses, and our next intake is on 25th of March. So if you want to study German online, please come get in touch with us. If you want to guide you on how to pass Goethe Institute exam, please come to us. We will guide you on that. Find us online. I'm attaching also the flyer here. You can just take a screenshot and get in touch with us through the phone numbers. Thank you for being here. Next time, keep coming back, and you'll get to see more such videos about school and many other things. Thank you very much. Love you guys. Kairitu Gashushu. Bye bye.